Chiefs fan. He had put a post out on there because, some people were upset, and I ain't saying he was upset about it, but some people didn't like the fact that we were moving on from Alex Smith, and they really kind of wanted him to maybe stay another year. And so people were putting up their predictions of where they thought we might end up that season. And anyways, I'll just say this. I was the only one, I think, on that thread that actually said, hey, I think he lifts our team up. I think he takes us to the playoffs, and I feel like we have the chance to win it all with this kid.
With Patrick?
Yeah, and this, I called it before he was our starter.
So Alex Smith was a good quarterback. He never brought us back from anything. Anytime he had an opportunity, hey, last second drive, last few minute drive, whatever, it just never happened. Never happened.
Great game manager.
Yes, absolutely.
But
absolutely.
He managed way too much. I think he was just way too careful.
He did a lot of managing.
Yeah, he didn't take the chances. He didn't, he didn't gamble. He was a good runner, but he couldn't find anybody that was wide open. Look how many times Travis Kelce was getting upset, like, dude, I'm wide open.
Not even the wide open. He would never take a chance.
That's what I meant. Right. Yeah, he wouldn't take a gamble. He wouldn't take a chance. He wouldn't say, fuck it, let me just throw it up there and you just, reach up for it.
Hey, fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere.
Yeah. Something. Right. Travis Kelce. I mean, you got those weapons and you can't figure it out.
And that was really the reason I was so happy when I knew they was going to start playing it, because we had those weapons, right? It's like you want a special quarterback when you have those special weapons. And you're right. Alex Smith, great game manager, but he didn't have too many of those exciting plays because he wasn't willing to risk it all like Patrick is.
Man, when we had Tyreek, we had Kelce, we had Hunt, we had Watkins. Man, that was a lot of weapons right there.
Thanks to the Clarks. Thanks to the Clarks getting all those players.
Yeah, the Clarks. I gotta say thanks to the Clarks.
All right. Man. Anything else about the NFL? Anything else about the Chiefs?
We got the five players suspended for gambling.
Yeah,
that's a tough one, man.
Well, no. I think it's so. Williamson and that other guy, they were not gambling on the NFL.
No,
so that is a tough.
It was a college one. It was a college game. So I'm just curious. Okay,
but
so
the other three were gambling on NFL games.
Yeah, no, you can't do that. They knew that shit.
Yeah,
but did the other?
I agree on the NFL game.
Did the other player that bet on the college game? Was he like completely aware that they cannot gamble at all? These are grown ass men now. They get paid millions of dollars, and they have an app on their phone just like we all do, and place a little bet. Now, did they place a little bet on NFL? They knew that was illegal. They can't do that.
So what do you think a little bet was for them? Like 10 grand?
Yeah. Me, $40.
Right. I want to win this $80.
But the point is, for them to get suspended for so many freaking games, for betting on something that had nothing to do with the NFL, I don't get it. But yet you got players out there like committing crimes that are like beating up on women and just doing stupid shit, much more worse than just gambling on a game that has nothing to do with your profession.
No, I do have to agree with what you just said. Like, so the gambling, they're like, oh, it's a year, this, but somebody else, like, you get caught on camera hitting your wife in the face. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
They're kind of like,
I heard this guy.
Well.
Heard this guy.
Yeah.
No.
Man.
Well, no.
Or kicking the chick in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well.
I wish. Listen.
Maybe he was trying to step over her and accidentally brushed her.
I wish Hunt never would have made that emotional mistake. You know what I mean? But we move on. Anyways.
We move on.
It was ultimately wrong, Hunt. And,
obviously we won 2 Super Bowls since him, so.
If you would have tuned into that last episode that was like abruptly deleted, we had a whole freaking.
Maybe that's why it was deleted.
Yeah.
No.
Sabotaged.
No.
Sabotaged.
It would have been so easy for me to just edit things out. So that's all I would have simply done. Or I just would have been like, oh, look, we got a bunch of multiple clips. But no. I had some good stuff on there, too. Anyways.
I don't want to talk about it.
Me neither.
So, and you know what? I disagree. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, so can they ever, place a bet? I mean, we all have those apps. I mean, okay, we'll get over it.
Well, here's the thing real quick.
Whatever.
So it's unprecedented times for when you think about gambling, right? they're throwing it in our face so much. It's on TV. It
Oh, yeah, now
pops
it's
up on
like,
your
do
phone.
it. Yeah,
it
just
pops
do
up.
it.
It pops up in your feeds. And think about it. These are young guys. These are kids still, right?
Right.
They kids and
Yeah.
and man, like their bodies obviously they men, but when we get our age now, we look back and we're like, man, they're kids in a lot of ways. So I would be a little bit more lenient on them.
So,
Give them a few games.
I disagree.
Tell them the next time it might be indefinite.
I disagree with the suspension on gambling and other sports, other stuff. The NFL gambling,
Makes
okay,
sense.
You can't
you-
have that.
Do you think it's because they feel like, hey, they're kind of part of some type of fraternity? And what I mean by that is, if they're in the NFL and there's obviously NFL or college players, they're a community. They'll fly over here.
okay?
They're like a community, right? So is it that they think that they might have relationships or know some of these college players, and that's why they can't gamble on that type of stuff specifically?
So
Would they have
maybe
been
like
able?
not football at all. If you're going to gamble,
Could they bet on golf?
Right. They might know a golfer. Who knows?
The
That's
Kentucky
true.
Derby. The Kentucky Derby's coming up. Why they can't? They
don't
place a
know.
little bet on I don't know, Santa's Little Helper.
Did you make a bet on Santa's Little Helper one time? Well, that's from a movie, ain't it? Is that from a movie?
That was his first joke.
No, that sounds familiar. What is
Do
that?
you know where it's from, Ti?
It sounds like
No, that's
it's
from
Elf.
something.
Oh my God,
That's
you
from
guys,
something. What
you're
is
both
it?
idiots.
Hold on, I knew it was from something.
Is it The
Okay.
Simpsons?
Oh, we're just about to say.